Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your
What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming out to San Francisco Sketch Fest.
Put your hands together.
Please shut off your cell phones and please put your hands together for your hosts, Cameron Esposito and Rhea Butcher.
Oh, I'm going to start it out right now real quick. You guys, you don't even know what, we just walked from a van right over to, look, just right up to here for you. We just fucking got here. I haven't even opened my water. That's how committed I am to this rec space. And being here with you. That's good. Wait. I requested 2 chandeliers. And I think there's actually more than that. So that's perfect. I'm Cameron Esposito. Let's hear it for me. Now you know we often run, every Tuesday night we run Put Your Hands Together at the UCB Theater in Los Angeles. We also put it out as a podcast. Has anybody seen the show in LA or heard the podcast? Oh, that's a lot of people. That's amazing. Well, it's so nice to meet you. And without further ado, I'm going to welcome Rhea Butcher to the stage. Let's hear it for Rhea Butcher. Oh, look what you brought.
Thanks, you guys.
Is that like an airport back massage?
Yeah, it's an airport back massage or like a keyboardist's stool, if you will.
Oh, because you're thinking it goes like this. Because I thought it would go like that. And you put the water in between.
Pommel horse.
Yeah, it's a pommel horse.
This type of a thing.
Well,
hello.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know that it's like kind of a cavernous space. I feel like you guys could do even better than that. Because it's like, there's a lot of space up here.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of great performers here, like internationally, globally performing, like pretty amazing that are here, to do the show for you guys tonight. And I don't want them to think, because of the extra space, that you guys aren't fucking stoked out of your minds. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Because I feel like up until now, it felt like a community meeting. You know what I mean? A little bit. Like it was like there was going to be a mic in the middle, and you guys were going to be like, I don't think that should be built. And someone was like, I think it should be built. Like that kind of thing.
Like a filibuster or something.
Yeah, someone was going to filibuster, and it was going to be us. We were going to filibuster.
We were going to denim bust, you guys.
We were going to denim buster. What are the denim busters? By the way, the worst at dealing with ghosts, the denim busters. They don't know anything about ghosts, but they got tons of denim. You know what I mean?
Just stand and pose at the ghosts.
Yeah, but they got those guns, ectoplasm, but it's just denim.
It's just more denim.
Do you get it? Do you guys see what we're saying? We were supposed to fly out of LA this afternoon.
Yeah.
No, not
LAX.
Sorry, please stop lying. We flew to Burbank.
He's trying to make us fancier than we are.
Burbank is the best. I don't know if anybody here's ever flown out of...
It's teensy.
Burbank is the fucking... Bob Hope. That is what it...
fits on this stool.
It's the size of this stool. There is one gate. There is never a line. You can get on a plane.
They only make you take one shoe off.
Yeah, you don't even... It does not matter. It's the best.
Care.
We were supposed to fly out this afternoon. Our first flight was canceled. Yeah, early this afternoon. And then our second flight was delayed by 2 hours. And then when we landed, then we tried to get here, but there was crazy traffic.
5:30 p.m.
And you guys have a stoplight on your bridge.
In your highway.
There's a highway with a stoplight.
It's like, hang on.
Now, if you live here, you might be like, yeah, that's normal. That's not, no, that's, no. That is fucked. There's no, yeah, we flew into Oakland. That's right. You're good at context clues. I don't even know what bridge that is. I just know that at one point there was like a lot of traffic, and then I realized that it wasn't traffic. It was just a stoplight. And then I looked at the cars next to us as if to say, "You're fine with this?"
What's wrong with you guys?
Don't fly to Oakland. I don't know. Okay. I mean, they flew. I didn't pick. We didn't. All right, whoa, look at this, look at this. Oh,
all right, it is the community meeting. Now, who wants to play?
Hey, which burritos are the best? You know what I mean? I I really want to say, we're trying to do local references. You guys give a shit about that, right? It's like a thing where you're like, this is the best. Oakland, or who cares?
Tamales!
Yeah. Yeah, our favorite burritos are tamales.
Yeah.
So yes, that happened, and then we got stuck in crazy amounts of traffic, and there's a lot of comics in the van, so we were getting warmed up for the show. You know what I mean?
Lots
just
of jokes. Just
oh, are you feeling a real emotion? Tag that with something else. It's not a real emotion.
Cut it down.
Yeah, exactly. That was very fun, but and then we went. I'll be honest. We could have come straight here. The hotel was on the way, and been home in many hours.
We had
left
to
the house
press our denim
at around noon. Well, you know what? I had to poop. I'm not pooping here. For like a minute, I literally. Do you understand? I mean, I spent like 4 hours being delayed, 2 hours in a car, like 1 minute pooping. So if you guys were like, why isn't she here earlier? It's not the pooping.
Yeah, it was all the stuff before the pooping.
Yeah. Like, you're right, I could have not pooped.
It was the pre-poop,
but I would have
if
felt
you will.
worse, and we would have been here just 1 minute earlier.
You would have been real sick.
I would have been sick. So sick. I wouldn't want to hear what? I wouldn't want to hear. I just accidentally said enema. Did you hear that? I wouldn't want to hear enema. Like that's where I don't. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
So then we're trying to get here. It's been like a rigmarole at this point. Our
you know
poor
what?
driver
An
doesn't.
actual rigmarole.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
a rig and then a roll.
Yeah. Felt like it was rigged. That marole.
That roll.
And then we're driving here. Our driver, God bless his heart, was trying his best, but I think he was getting lost. But he also wasn't saying he was getting lost. Have you ever been in that situation in a car that somebody else is driving? Like whether it's a taxi driver or a person who's volunteering their time for Sketchfest? Because it's just an awkward thing where he like just kept looking at his phone and being like,
well, I'm sure.
and then
it's
like
over
turning
here.
left, and then like turning left again, and then turning left again. You know what I mean? Realize like, do you need help? And he was like, oh no, I just gotta hold this. I think he
I know where I'm
I
going.
think he was lost. And then, like, we're about to get here. We're
So close.
right about to get
Like,
here.
right down the street.
And we turned the corner, and you know what was right there? Critical mass.
And it was at that moment that the Benny Hill theme
Yeah.
started to play out of nowhere.
By the way, we love critical mass.
We do.
Critical
We
mass,
love
where the
cyclists.
cyclists go and they fuck up traffic, and there's like maybe there's a
there was
tutu.
a guy doing a wheelie through,
Yeah.
and I was like, well, I can't be mad at that.
No, it's true. You know, did you ever go to one in Chicago? Did you ever see the guy who had the bike that it's like there's a fender that starts in the front and then it goes all the
And
way
then
to
he
the back?
swims around it, kind of.
Yeah, well, his
gymnastics
whole
style.
trick, he's like a middle-aged dude.
Right.
And his whole trick is like, I got this bike, it goes all the way around.
It's a gyroscope.
Yep,
That kind
it's
of-
yeah. He goes and he does like he can do a flip, but stay on the bike because the
Wow.
bike can. Have you ever seen that guy?
That sounds like a real rigmarole.
Yeah. Did you ever see that?
I
dude?
did see that guy.
Yeah, he was a legend.
That's a great hobby.
You know what else is funny about that? Not a super usable bike.
No. I did not ever see him on the Lakeshore Path
No, like,
on
I mean,
a Saturday
just-
morning, like, whoop.
Like that's good for you.
Getting
Do
his-
2 revolutions max.
Then you
And then you're
vomit,
like, I
and then you
have
go
to
home.
find a place to poop. Am I right? Up top. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So we've had a busy day.
Yeah.
We've had a busy day, but a really good day also.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took our dog and put our dog at a dog sitter today.
We did. We let go of our son.
Yeah, that makes Rhea so sad. She loves
So
our dog
sad.
the best.
I have divorced parents, like both of my parents have been divorced forever, for as long as I can remember. I was like always thinking like my parents are so mad all the time. Now that I have this dog, I take the dog. I'm like, I understand divorce now.
Yeah. Because she has to leave the dog at the
Leave
dog
the
sitter.
dog at the dog sitter.
It breaks her little heart.
Breaks my tiny heart.
When you have when your parents
It's like a little tiny
you
dog
share a
divorce.
child. That's worse than that even. Because of how kids
It's
are more important than
A
dogs.
human being.
But also, this dog is kind of our kid because, well, we're just at that time in our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
soft fur.
Early 30s, lesbians. We're
Yeah.
first stage.
Yep. 90% of the time, Rhea gets up earlier than I do.
I do.
She's up at 6:30. What? I get up at 8. I get up at 8.
That's a normal time.
Yeah. I like that somebody just clapped for 8.
8 o'clock.
I got up at 8, but there have been times that, because like Rhea will go take the dog out, and then sometimes she'll put the dog back in bed with me so that she can go do graphic design work from the living room.
Yep.
And you know what I learned since having a dog is that you have to be pretty clear about whether or not you're wearing pants.
You gotta
Or
give a
underwear.
heads up before the dog gets in bed.
I love to sleep Winnie the Pooh. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. But the dog likes to go under the thing. Anyway.
Sheets. Under the sheets.
Yeah.
You mean sheets right there? I was gonna say.
No, he likes to
You
go
mean
under my.
sheets.
Yeah, no.
Under
I
my
have sex
tape.
with our dog.
The right wing is correct.
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
also want to
It's like
marry
gay
animals.
and then
It's
dog.
Just been. They're right. We broke it open tonight.
Yeah, and when it's and it is broken and it is open. It's disgusting. I don't know.
What are we?
We don't have
It's
sex.
so
I don't have
long
sex
day.
with our dog. He's so small. If you saw how small our dog was, you'd be like, "There's no way she has sex with that dog.
No
That's
way.
a Chihuahua."
It would be too hard. I mean,
No.
not because it's disgusting. It would
Don't
just,
say
the
too
me-
hard in this situation.
Oh.
I mean, because of dicks. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so we took our dog, and then this morning, and we will get the show started right after this. I had a big, I had a big audition today.
Big audition.
I had a big audition today. I auditioned to play a lesbian.
She's really branching out.
It's my second time. Usually, I'll just get because sometimes I'm trying to get voiceover work because I think I have a sexy voice. Thank you. And so I won't it won't necessarily be a description, but when you do voiceover work, they'll send you a picture of the character, and so it'll be like woman, and then I click on it to open it, and it's like just actually like a commando.
Guns for arms.
So I know they mean lesbian. They just, but it's just not. You just have to
Yeah.
guess and check. It's like all Vasquez from Aliens 2,
Yeah.
which I know is not called Aliens 2. I know it's just called Aliens, but I was trying to catch you guys up.
Pop quiz.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, we'll see if I get it. I mean, you know what? I'll be so fucking pissed if a straight girl gets it. Even if there's no sex scenes, they won't know how to orient their bodies to women in the right way.
No, they won't. Look at how we're standing right now. Straight girls don't stand like this. They don't know how to do it. This is just my natural state.
Yeah.
Even if I'm doing voice work,
That'll
I'm
be
still gonna stand
stupid.
like this.
It better not be a straight girl trying to act like... I'll have to be like, no, you gotta keep them... It's like an A-frame. And then you gotta lean... Well, you guys have been wonderful to start the show. Let's see for Rhea Butcher.
Thanks, you guys.
Hey, I could not be happier to bring this comic out on stage. I've known him for years, and he's out in New York. He's a hilarious dude, and you guys are gonna fucking love him. Let's hear it right now for Mr. Josh Gondelman, guys. Give it up for Josh!
Are you guys pranking me? I'll handle most of the talking for this part. That was so lovely. Thank you for your applause. Before I really get into it, Cameron and Rio were talking about having sex with a dog. We remember that, I'm sure. I think, to me, the funniest thing in the history of the whole world would be, because conservatives are like, I'm marrying dogs. But to me, the funniest thing would be if the one person that really had that agenda, like gay marriage and dog marriage, was Macklemore. And his follow-up song was just about like, all right, y'all, now we can marry dogs. Puppy love. That would be my favorite. I don't know, it's a great time we live in. It's 2014. Last month, the Oxford English... Someone wooed for the year? This is great. Someone just loving numbers. The number 8, 2014. I'm going to say a couple more... All right, I get it. It's 2014. Last year, at the last December, 1 month ago, the Oxford English Dictionary, which is an excellent English dictionary, declared that the word of the year for 2013 was selfie. Yeah, because apparently emojis aren't technically words yet. A selfie, if anyone in here doesn't know, it seems like you probably do, is a picture you take of yourself, usually with your phone, in case you get kidnapped or murdered, and you don't want them to use a high school yearbook photo on the news. That's the purpose of a selfie as far as I can tell. Old folks get mad at young people. They say they're narcissists because they're always taking pictures of themselves. I don't think that's accurate. I think we just have easier, faster, cheaper access to our own image than at any point in history. Because 500 years ago, if you wanted a picture of yourself, you had 2 options. 1, you could pay someone to paint you, which is very narcissistic. Or 2, you could learn how to paint and paint yourself, which is borderline psychotic. And then you just hang it in a museum. People come to see it. Here's how narcissistic people used to be back in the Renaissance. I just learned this last week. Ugly rich people would sit for portraits, and they would have a dwarf or a monkey sit beside them so they would look more handsome in comparison. That is ridiculous. And a super difficult conversation to have with your dwarf friend. We don't have that now. There's no Instagram filter that just puts you next to Steve Buscemi so you look super ripped. I don't think that we're any more narcissistic than we've ever been. I think we just have different standards of aesthetic beauty. I hope 500 years from now, we have an art museum, all selfies. You walk in, the first one's just 4 white girls, arms around each other. You can tell they just got done saying woo real loud. That one's called Portrait of the Artist with Her Besties. Then the next one, it's just this in the bathroom mirror. And that one's called Still Life with Duck Face. But of course, it's not actually a still life. It's an 8-second video that you thought was taking a still picture. Then you get to the end, there's one, it's just a guy's dick right up close. And that one's just called You Up? And that's like a dude thing to do, right? Is text unauthorized pictures of your genitals to people. I think people make too much of a big deal of the differences between men and women. I think there's only one difference that's really worth noting, and that's that from a biological perspective, strictly biological, men are monsters. That's it. That's the only real difference. Because women can make a person inside their body, which is magic. But men can make a person inside someone else's body, which is witchcraft. Pregnancy is ludicrous. Getting someone pregnant is basically the plot of the movie Alien. If we didn't know that's how people had to come into existence, pregnancy would just sound like something a wizard cursed you with in a fairy tale. Just like, if you can't answer my questions 3 inside of you, I'll put a little me. It's ridiculous. I don't even say birth control anymore. I call it what it really is, defense against the dark arts. One time a woman was upset because she thought I was putting too much emphasis on the male role in procreation. She said, there's enough stored genetic material that if every man died, women could just live on without men. We don't even need men anymore. I was like, don't woo yet. I was like, do you realize what that says about the power of men? That means we can put a baby inside you from beyond the grave. That's a supervillain thing to do. I'll tell you this, though. I don't think everyone has bad news. I'm an optimist. I think the only people that see the world in rosier tones than I do are the folks who love surprises. Because if you love surprises, your life has been terrific. Most surprises are terrible. Car accidents, tornadoes, unplanned pregnancies. So for you to still enjoy the surprise as like a genre of thing, that means less of that stuff has ever happened to you. More people have just given you presents for no reason at all. If I asked everyone in the world what they thought about surprises, you would get half a dozen people who would go, I love surprises. Last year on Christmas, my fiance surprised me with a brand new Lexus. Surprise! Who wouldn't love surprises? And you'd get 500 million people who would be like, why do I hate surprise? Oh, I tell you. As young man was returning home to village from hillside where we leave our babies till they grow big and strong. As I pass through village gate, 4 men in masks jump out of bushes and attack me with clubs. Surprise! I pull out blade I carry for just such occasion and fight my attackers back. 1, 2, 3, 4, the men fall to the ground. As fourth attacker crumples to the earth, he begs me to pull mask away from his face, and as I do, I see his face of my own brother. And I think to myself, oh goody, one day, double surprise. So last week, as you can all imagine, on my birthday, when everyone jumped from behind the couch and drapes yelling surprise, I began to sob uncontrollably, and I murdered all of the party guests. Only survivor was woman hiding in cake. Now she is my bride, so some surprise, not bad, I guess, is what I tell you. I turned it because I'm an optimist, but I did cheat. I used that the saddest possible accent, that Eastern European one that can make a hangnail sound like a heart attack. I learned the gravity of that accent firsthand because recently I went to see a new doctor who'd gone to medical school in the former USSR, which says a lot about my insurance situation. And I walk in and he's like, good morning, Mr. Gondelman. I was like, oh my God, you're the guy from my joke. He goes to put on a rubber glove to examine me and it doesn't fit all the way down his hand, which I don't like about his finger width. And he's pulling it, and it still doesn't go, till finally he looks up at the shelf where he got it from, down at his hand, directly into my eyes, and just goes, ugh. Someone put little glove in big glove box. Surprise! Thank you guys so much. You guys are wonderful. Back to your host.
Keep it going for Josh Gondelman, guys. Let him hear it. Now, we're going to keep the show right on rolling. This next comic, I've actually never gotten a chance to see him perform live. I'm so excited he's here tonight. But you would know him from his work as a writer and performer on The Conan O'Brien Show and also on Eagleheart. Guys, let's hear it right now for Andy Blitz. Give it up for Andy! Guys, Andy Blitz. Let's hear it for Andy. Oh, yeah. Hey, this next comic is a friend of mine, a friend of the show. You'd know her from her podcast, The Dork Forest, which is, a big hit. Yeah! Do you listen to that disembodied voice?
Yes.
Yeah? What do you... What?
She's on the Nerds, right?
Okay. I think it's independent. Okay. You know what? This is great. This is really great. Again... How often are you guys rewarded for participating in this city? I feel like it's just like this much too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like this much, because that'd be Portland, but it's like this much. I don't know how to tell you that your opinions don't matter. But, like, I don't give a fuck. No, I mean, I care about you a lot. I do. It's just, it's funny to just be in, like, a city that's this affirming. You guys are, this is such, I mean, even just walking in here, just the atmosphere is so, like, because you guys, again, you didn't, like, start with, like, uproarious clapping. It was just kind of, like, we're, like, mellow and enjoying this. Like, just, like, like, this, like, you know what I mean? It felt like a grilled cheese of an audience. Do you know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Just relax in the middle. Kind of oozy. My little oozy babies out there. Oh, weird. Oh, you're in for a fucking treat. This next comic, you would know her from her podcast. The Dork Forest, which might be on either of those networks, but which I have for sure been on and love. Let's hear it right now for Jackie Cation. Give it up for Jackie.
Yes. The Dork Forest is on All Things Comedy Network with Bill Burr and Aaron Foley and Jen Kirkman. A lot of great podcasts. Baron Vaughn. Why don't I just do a 7-minute ad for allthingscomedy.com? Anyway, yeah. Okay, so a couple of things. You've seen a lot of comedy, clearly, San Francisco's peoples. So you know that it's just a parade of Asperger's victims up here, right? We're all just fighting a wind of autism. And I'm no different. I've always been I'm a loner as a child. I was a bit of a loner. Then I did stand-up comedy. And then I decided about 10 years ago that I would like to have a rest of a life. And so I decided that I would like a boyfriend. And I did online dating, which I recommend if you are not good with people. Because of the drop-down menu option. I am a woman looking for a man to date. I got enough friends. Tappity-tap, tappity-tap. You exchange emails. You dash off to a Starbucks. You look at each other for the first time, and then one of you goes, no. And you go home. And you do it again and again and again. Until you meet someone who isn't horrified by your initial appearance. It's really just that romantic. And my husband makes video games for a living, which is amazing. You start up tech nerds. Let me tell you something. It's the greatest thing to go out with a guy to be married at this juncture. Anyway, I don't know anything about it, but here, I never had a boyfriend, and we were dating, and like 3 months into it, he goes, it's kind of great that you've never had a boyfriend because you don't have any expectations of me. I was like, I have expectations of you. And he goes, yeah, what are your expectations of me? And I said, well, I expect you to be nice. I expect you to be polite. I expect that if we ever live together, you'll keep the common areas clean. And you'll do your half of the chores. And he goes, yeah, those are roommate expectations. Craigslist, those are not boyfriend expectations. And I said, well, what are boyfriend expectations? And he goes, you don't need to know. You're good. And he is correct, of course. It is not broken. But here's the weird thing. Everything I know about being in a relationship, I know from my cuckoo bird parents who were not good at it. And male comics, guys, talking about their wives for the last 20 years. So everything I know, there are 3 main jokes that guys will tell about their wives. Sometimes they're funny, sometimes they are not. But do not kid yourself. They are the same 3 fucking jokes. Yeah. Joke number 1. Once you get married, women stop having sex with you, man. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. That's it. With various punchlines. 2. Once you get married, women spend all your money, man. It's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Joke number 3. Bitches, man. Am I right? Bitches. So, I have spent the last several years of my life making sure, A, everyone happy in the sack, everyone getting enough, right? 2, try to leave his money alone as much as I possibly can, which is very hard because he has a real job. And then 3, if I have a negative emotion, I like to stuff it because that's never going to backfire. Okay. But there's 2 jokes that the guys would tell that I never thought were real, but are totally real because I had never had a boyfriend. I did not know that when you drive in a car with a loved one, I promise you, if I had ever driven in a car with a friend of mine and my friend were to say to me, hey, you're driving too fast. Hey, you're driving too slow. Why so close? Why so far? Why are you going that way? Why wouldn't you go that way? I'd say to my friend, what's happening? What the fuck? Get out. Why aren't you driving? But for some reason, when it's a loved one, you're like, interesting, I'll look into that. It's the weirdest. And I had heard about it for 20 years. I had never thought it would happen to me. But before we got married, we were living together, shacking up, doing the devil's work, right? And we're driving to where we both live, and I start giving him directions on how to get to where we both live. And he goes, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, that's right, your brain's attached to the rest of you. And I apologized because I had forgotten there are 2 jobs in a car. That's it, just the 2. There's this job, the driving job, and then there's this job, the sitting job. A real job, the sitting job. The entire purpose of the sitting person is to support the driving person. Everyone outside of the vehicle is wrong. Assholes, morons. This person's a hero because they're going to get you home safe. Took me a second to remind it. Now, the second joke was the listening joke. When you're in a relationship for an undetermined amount of time, I guess, you stop hearing what is being said to you and you guess answers. Things wash over you and you go, yeah, whatever. And as you can imagine me with the but-it, he does it on a regular basis. But not long ago, we're in the car, he's talking, and I go, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. And he goes, really? And I said, what just happened? What did I say yes to? What? Turns out we were discussing something sexual. And he said, so you would wear a costume in bed? And he's a game designer. And I was like, what kind of costume would you want me to wear in bed? And he goes, a shark? I promise you, he said shark. Now, here's where we have to cut him some slack because he did not know that I would say yes. And so he had to come up with something in the moment that was not terrifying. Because clearly a woman could not wear a shark costume and have sex because you can't back that ass up. I don't know if you know about the movement of sharks, but they can't go backwards. And if you're going to role play an animal, know its physical limitations. Like if you want to be an elephant, you have to be on top because they can't look up. Okay, so... And we live in Los Angeles, which here's my thing about California. You guys, we should be proud to be Californians. Because we're calm down, I gotta go. Let me tell you why. Because we're the only ones in the country that are still creating jobs out of nothing. Poof, whole cloth. When I travel, and I do, and I see like a Pilates studio, all I can think is, you're welcome. We made that up. Pilates isn't real. Everything to do with your dog or your kid where you don't walk it or wash it, that's us. We said, yes, I will organize your iPod and it will be a job. We make them up out of whole cloth, and it takes 5 years for those jobs to make it to Wisconsin, where I'm from. Last year, I met my first Wisconsin life coach. A life coach, of course, someone who has lived their dreams to whatever degree of success and would now like to encourage you to live your dreams for $85 an hour. And one of her dreams is that you give her $85 an hour. It's a beautiful dream. And there's ones I haven't seen yet. Pink Dot, TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit and Pink Dot, they don't even know what's coming. People will do your errands. They'll go get shit for you. 2 in the morning, I need a box of Pop-Tarts and a crescent wrench, you'll say. And they'll send a man to Walmart. And that guy will come over to your house. And you'll give him $70. And you can continue to do blow or whatever creepy thing you're doing. And I was thinking to myself, what wouldn't Pink Dot deliver, right? If I called him up at 3 in the morning and I said, I need 1 bullet. Oh, and a DiGiorno. Just 1 DiGiorno. I like the idea of it being delivered. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to start my own business. That's right. I'm going to do it. Like Lyle Wagoner, like Star Wagons guy. I'm going to start my own business. And what it is you're going to bring your dog to my series of strip mall clinics. And I'm going to watch your dog sleep. And we're going to find out if your dog has sleep apnea. For $1,000, I'll watch your... Is your dog getting the good doggy REM? Is it happening? And if your dog does have sleep apnea, I'll make him a personalized doggy face mask that blows air in his face. And then he will chew that mask. And then I will sell you another mask. And I will buy land. And I started a parallel industry called FamilyPetAncestry.com. Because don't you want to know if your cat came over on the Mayflower? You do. You do. Dogs of the American Revolution. Your dog could be a member of the DAR. I'm leaving on that. Have a good night.
Jackie-cation.
Jackie-cation, you guys.
She is speaking truth. Talk to a couple of you guys. I think we're gonna. Oh yeah, keep it going. I like that energy. Terrific.
I think they're carrying her out of here.
I know.
Love
Look at
that.
you. You really perked up. I'm happy. I'm happy for you.
Thanks, you guys.
You did it. You brought it together. How are you doing? How are you doing, sir? How's your day going? Yeah, what'd you do today before you were here? You worked? What do you do for a living? You're a game tester. Congratulations, you did it. It's like the fucking coolest. You don't even you just test the games? Come on!
So did you get to try out like hungry hippos and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
like what are we talking about? How are the hippos? You know what I mean?
Are they still hungry?
Yeah. No, like what kind of games you test? What? Phone games? Oh. Did you see how you were like here and now it's like, Because I pictured you in like a virtual reality helmet. Those aren't even things. You know what I
No,
mean?
that was just in that one Aerosmith video that one time.
I don't remember any Aerosmith videos that didn't have Liv Tyler or
It
Alicia
was the
Silverstone.
one, I
in them.
believe, without either of them, with one of the London brothers.
Remember when
Riding on a
Alicia-
motorcycle.
Remember when Alicia Silverstone and Liv Tyler get out of school? You know what I mean?
They throw their stuff.
Yeah, they go out the window.
Then they have
They throw
fedoras.
their stuff. Yeah, they put on a fedora.
Strip teases. Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah, they
that.
do. They go to a bar.
Oh, yeah. They
Wait,
go to a bar.
I feel like they go to a bar, right?
Yeah, then they...
Wait, now are they crazy or are they crying?
They're crazy because they're crying.
I can
Because
never
they're
remember
living
if
on the edge.
I can
And
never
it's
remember
amazing.
if they're crazy or crying, or if they're like in space and they gotta dig the thing, make the thing blow up.
Yeah.
Animal crackers.
Animal crackers.
Yeah, I can never remember.
It's one
They
of those.
go to a bar though, don't they? Do they go to a bar?
I
There's,
think
like,
it is
shooting
a strip
pool
club.
or so- a strip club.
Because there's
But
a
they
pole.
got out of high
She
school.
throws a... Yeah,
And then they went to a bar. That's the plot of that video.
Yep.
Do videos have plots?
that one does.
I feel like it's a really mixed message for kids that I just realized right now.
Well,
I mean, I guess
Aerosmith-
like, who's gonna card Liv Tyler? Right. Like you let her in your bar. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Come on in.
You can come in the bar right now. Is she here?
Liv Tyler, come on down.
Yeah, you don't have to buy a ticket. You're comped. Forever.
Alicia Silverstone, on the other hand, you have to pay.
No, man, she was like one of my people, you know what I mean? One of my original people. Like I had just like a wall of Alicia Silverstone things that I cut out from magazines when she was in whatever the fuck.
Clueless?
Yep.
Weird that you couldn't come up with the name Clueless. I can't think
I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. And Clue's a great movie too. You know, just
Yeah,
thinking
Clue's
of-
pretty good.
I am sticking to anyway. So what kind of stuff for phones?
Clueless, the video game?
Like fruit based or bird based? Or like Jules and stuff? Jules and
Ooh,
stuff?
Jules and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I don't really play phone games except one time I accidentally downloaded this dentist game. It's free. And you can just clean a kid's tooth.
You just go like this the whole time. With a scraper.
But I never deleted it. And then when I'm on a plane, sometimes, if I have my phone in airplane mode and then nothing can connect to anything, I'll just clean kids' teeth for hours. It's very boring.
At the end, you get to give out a little sticker.
Yeah, you do. You have to like spray their breath and stuff. It's
Yeah,
pretty
they have
gross.
gross
game.
tongues.
Did you make that game? Did you test it though? That's cool. Good job.
It wasn't his fault then.
Yeah.
He's okay.
But I mean, good job, but also good job. That seems
Yeah,
like a cool,
seems
like a
like a
good
great
job.
job.
Do you ever wear Google glasses? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even think that's relevant to that. Okay, well that's cool. Let's hear for that guy. Yeah. Maybe I want to talk to. How are you? How are you, gal in the scarf? How are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah. What's going? How was your day?
It was good.
What'd you do?
I worked.
You worked. What do you do? See if you can beat him.
I do policy research.
Yep. Policy research.
We got a winner.
You know what I mean? Like, definitely more boring, but thanks.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
What kind of policy do you research?
Workforce development.
What? Workforce development? I don't even know what that means. What do you mean? Hey, what do you mean?
Study if programs that help people get jobs are effective.
Oh, you study to see if programs that help people get jobs are effective.
You should make a video game out of
Yeah,
that.
you should.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, see if they get them jewels, you know what I mean?
Scrape
Get
the
it?
teeth.
Get it?
Scrape their teeth.
Yeah, scrape their teeth. Right, because people have, that's a job also.
That
a
is a
dentist.
dentist
You know what I
is a
mean? Yeah,
job.
a dentist is a job. You can see if people get a dentist job. Well, that's cool. Thanks for doing that.
Thank you for your service.
That's cool. Oh, let me ask you a follow-up question. Are they? Sometimes programs that help people get jobs are effective. What usually helps? What makes it like a what's a thing in the right? What's the helps? What helps?
Effective job training.
Effective job training. Yeah. So like, you make the thing ahead of when you're gonna try and make the thing. Yeah, what I'm saying?
Sure, yes.
Yeah, cool. What else would there be besides that? Like, what are other options? Sometimes people just are like, get in here! Like, sometimes there's no training at all. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, you know what? Hey, I didn't do the research, but I fucking agree. I feel like if you know how to do that job, you're gonna, like, do a better job at that job. What do you think?
Yeah. It's a real Ouroboros that we're traveling through here.
You come in
we're
here.
kind of helping her with her job. We're finding out how her job works.
We're seeing if she's effective
seeing
at
if
her
she's effective
job.
at her job, which is seeing if jobs are effective at their jobs.
Because
I gotta
I'm
go now.
speaking in
'cause this is-
vagaries, and she's seeing if that helps.
Yeah.
I think we hit the glass ceiling when we broke it.
Yep.
And then we fell back through it.
All the ladies in the audience, you now make $1. It's all
fixed
even.
it.
We fixed it.
We fixed it. Oh, man. Well, that is... Oh, shit. I just realized we both were wearing them.
Yeah. It's a double.
Because earlier
down
when you made the joke, I didn't even realize what I was wearing.
Yeah.
Well, who cares? Go fuck yourselves. We're out of town. You know, we didn't have, like, all this other... Well, it's like... I like how I'm saying, like, we're out of town. Like, if we were at home, we'd have, like, different jackets on. This is, like, all
No,
we
this is
would
just
ever
what we
wear.
wear all the time.
That I was fronting hardcore. Is that a cool thing to say? Well, hey, we've got more comics coming on the show. You know, if you,
Super awesome.
I don't even know if you know who's next, but you should introduce them right there on their on that
Oh,
paper.
yeah. He just...
He's a real fine gentleman.
Yeah, he just recorded an album that's coming out pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
You guys should give it up for Mr. Andy Kindler.
Andy Kindler.
Hey, none of this comes off my time. The huge round of applause. That's not my time. I'm gonna fall off this stage out of neediness. Did you like my hilarious peek out through the curtains? How do I consider? What am I, Red Skelton? Who am I? Clem Diddlehopper? What am I, an older reference? Where am I? In a place? Oh, that's where the kicker would have gone, right there. Ba-boom, bada bing. This is a great show. Could the stage be higher? What am I, a trapeze act? What am I? I mean, what is that? So you can see? What's this all about? So I'm over you? What am I, gonna leap? What am I, Mick Jagger doing a... That's enough comedy. As far as I'm concerned, fill in the blanks. It's the name of my new CD. Look at this. Look at this. Like Dane Cook after a hip replacement. Look at that. Look at that. He's going to have a hip replacement from overselling his material. Who's with me? Oh, that's right. I'm not afraid to go after Dane Cook. Brave. Hashtag brave. All right. That's the first time I've ever said hashtag on stage. It felt bad. I wanted to record my set tonight. I didn't get time to do it. So, you know, it'd be nice, jot down an idea during the set. The crowds love that peek into the process. Hashtag brave. Most comics, they wouldn't do that. They wouldn't stop the show to make a selfish note to themselves. No job, I've found out, sounds good if you're interviewed from a comedy stage. No job sounds good. What? You're a theoretical physicist? So you... What are you, a brain surgeon? So you... that seemed hilarious to me in the wings. When I said that, I'll go out there and I'll do a bit about how when you interview people from the audience, I don't have it prepared, but shouldn't people roar at what's in my mind? Shouldn't you be laughing at where I'm going with it? I love when comics in the 80s used to point to their brain. All right, look. What am I going to pay for this gig in Bitcoins? Trying to work on future references. Where'd you get that hat? Via the use of Bitcoins? Nice shirt. Where'd you get that from? A 3D printer? Woo! 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 I look good. Come on, folks. Seriously. For a man in the sunset of his career, look at me. Look at me. Wearing it well. No one would know. Hanging on by a thread. I've been doing this for 28 years. What's the upside? Is what I'm saying. I like that one too. What's the upside? How much time do I have left? Please don't deduct my notes from my set. What's the upside? I look good though. I've lost a lot of weight, folks. Lost a lot of weight. Thank you. I'm extremely ill. Very, very ill. Losing 5 pounds a day. The doctors told me I'm not going to make it. Career-wise, why would the doctors weigh in? At the same time, they're telling me I have something terminal to also say my career is not going to work out. Why am I leaning on my knee? Why? Why did I ask one question too many for many of the people in this crowd? I liked what he was doing with I'm the deconstruction guy. I don't do the jokes. I tell you what the jokes would have been. I'm the guy who doesn't, I got distracted by a thing. Before I was in comedy, I was in the deconstruction business. I never actually built a house. I would just comment on other people. Nice, what is that? Drywall looks more like wet wall. Here's what look, people. I'm giving 50%. I brought my B game tonight. I'm giving you 50%. A lot of people tell me, Andy, I don't like your material, but I like your delivery. And I always say it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno, is what I always say. What? Too soon? Too late? Too soon? Too late? Not funny enough? Too pun-like? I don't go blue, folks, if that's what you want. If you want me to go blue like the kids today, with everything's up their colon today, I don't go. I turned down a role in Avatar because I don't want to go blue. I won't even write in cursive. Because, what do you want? What did you expect from me? What, deeply philosophical observations about life? You know, Hitler used to call his, thank you. I don't know how to get into this joke. Hitler used to call his enemies haters. As far as I'm concerned, that is my favorite joke that I've written. I'm very proud of that joke. It's because Hitler was a terrible person. To the fact that someone will go, you know, people don't like it. Well, they're haters, he would say. Do you know in Israel they're trying to pass a law that says that you can't use references to the Holocaust? In Israel! What are they turning into Hitler over there? What are they? You cannot tell a Jewish person to not... I use Hitler when I get up in the middle of the night. I go, how far is the bathroom? What is this? The Nazis controlling? That is our bread and butter. Everything in my life is compared to Hitler and the Holocaust. Now you're going to make that illegal? I'm not in Israel. I don't know why I'm not upset about it. That's you're going to make it illegal? Not so fast, somebody or other. Did I mention I have a Hitler Google alert? I don't remember my act. Anybody else? Anybody? I have doing a lot of... Oh, by the way, Vine, your 6 seconds are up, Vine. Your 6 seconds are up. Don't groan at my jokes. It's a hilarious joke. Vine, your 6 seconds are up, based on the Andy Warhol expression. He wasn't an expression, he actually said it. That's not an expression. All right, let me dig a deeper hole. Does anyone have a shovel? I can actually dig a hole into the stage. There's one guy he's laughing uproariously, and I think he's mocking me with his laugh. I don't need it. I don't need it from you people. What is that? How could you possibly be giving me the light? What are you, nuts? How long have I been up here for? How long is my set supposed to be? I came here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so I would do the I'm going to get angry at the end of the set bit. And you don't play with me? When you see someone hold that, when you see, by the way, in the old days, we had like a red light that we'd shine. Now they can't afford it. Just hold your phone up. You don't have a commitment to your show. Oh, candle. This guy's got a matchbook. When you see that light, when they hold a light at the back of the room, what that means is caution, hilarity ahead. Is that what that means? Why would you not laugh at something truly hilarious? That joke, that's not even a joke you laugh at. That's a joke you put in a case somewhere. And your friends go by and you go, remember when he did that joke? I can't sell anything. I have a sizzle reel. I was at the Rabbit Ears channel today trying to sell a show. And they told me it looked too clear, my show, for the Rabbit Ears. My idea was I shouldn't end with this because it's not even a joke. But usually when you get the light, you're supposed to launch into your better material. Not me, because they call me Fizzles. Don't you want to leave feeling worse than the set? Or actually, I'm setting it up for the next person. Well, all right, look. If I could take back the last 2 minutes of this act, don't you know I would? Folks, I just want you to get ready, folks. You know that what am I, in vaudeville now with folks? The main thing about this mic stand is that it's got, it's not going to fall over. It's got 3 things going. Yes, can I have more of me in my monitor? Look, I'm not happy with you. I'm as upset with you people as you are with yourselves. I just want to say, get ready. It's Jay Leno's leaving, ostensibly, and you're going to go from, yeah, to this for the next 30 years. Great, so great, so great. Jimmy Fallon, so great, so great, so great. I love that guy, so great, so great. I'm a nice guy, right? Look at me. How could I not be nice? I'm so nice. I'm so earnest. I love the character Jimmy Fallon plays, the obsequious talk show host. Here's my impression of Jimmy Fallon interviewing Stalin. Stalin, so great. Thanks for coming on the show. Stalin, so great. I heard you killed 30 million people. That's crazy. They call me Fizzles.
Andy Kindler, guys. Let's hear it for Andy Kindler. Now, we have 2 comics left on the show. Originally, John Glazer was supposed to be on the show, who you know from, like, Delocated. I mean, he's a really successful comic. Just a nice guy, good face. He's got an honest face, and, like, a decent beard. Like a good beard. You know what I mean? Like a good, it's like between good and it's like a nice beard. And, but he couldn't make it. And so instead, I've heard tell of this next comic. I've never, seen it. And actually, I didn't even ask him to submit a tape because it was just like the word of mouth was so good, And I know that he's not just a comedian, but also a dream medium. So there's just like, I think it's comedy based on dream. I don't know. I can't. It just seems really great. From the description I'm giving you and from what I've heard as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Chris Colby, if you can. That'd be amazing. Please, just as much as... Come on, just... One more time for Chris Colby, guys. One more time for Chris Colby. Hey, we have one final comic on the show. So excited that we could get him. I'm so happy he's here tonight, and you would know him from everything, and you would love him from those things as well. Let's hear it right now for Mr. Todd Glass, guys. Give it up for Todd.
Todd Glass, Todd Glass, Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass, Todd Glass, Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass, Todd Glass, Todd Glass Show. It's the Todd Glass Show tonight. Well, the Todd Glass Show is #1. Says the Podcasters Association. It's the Todd Glass Show tonight. It's the Todd Glass Show.
I love it. Did you guys do that? That's fucking cool. Did you guys do that for me? Play it again so the audience can hear it. That's
Take it away.
Play it from the beginning. I don't think the crowd heard it. Play it again. That was so fucking nice to you.
Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass Show.
When did you fucking do that?
Todd Glass Show. It's the Todd Glass Show tonight. Well, the Todd Glass Show is #1.
I like it. That was so cool that you did that for me. And by the way, I think that was wrong what they did to him. He was right. Seriously. Seriously. If the guy says he's going to do 5 jokes, you fucking let him do it. And I thought that was disrespectful. And I'm a little surprised as an audience you didn't support him because you seem to leave him in this ambiguous... play that right after I say that. Todd, you know what? Maybe my other intro would be better, the one that I also didn't bring. Play the second one. Maybe it's more of a...
Welcome.
Ho, 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 ho. I overreacted a little, I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's more of a stroll-on intros. But really pump the volume up. Don't be afraid. You know I'm going to take care of you.
Welcome, Todd Glass, to San Francisco. High on fresh air.
You guys are going to make me cry. It's the best welcome I've ever got anywhere in my entire life. How about a hand for Andy Kindler, folks? He doesn't mean any harm. He doesn't mean any harm. I keep repeating it. All righty, now let's get to the shit. All right. God, you're so nice that it's what I always want a crowd like you. But then when I get a crowd like you, it gets me nervous because you are like you're like I like a little, maybe a silverware sound in the background, something. It takes the pressure off me. Somebody to blame, and fuck, if my jokes don't go over tonight, it's me. I'm going to take 100% responsibility. I can't. Well, Andy Kindler makes it a little hard with that riff-raff. He does, but he doesn't mean any harm. Do that opening again. I really like the San Francisco opening. It's very like one-man show.
Welcome, Todd Glass, to San Francisco.
Thank you. I feel like I should do a one-man show. What if you had a one-man show that was so bad, but you had to put, like, you don't even have a lav mic. You just, like, you come out. You have really nothing to tell in your one-man shows. Can you do blackouts here? Like, let's do a test one to see first. And blackout. That's okay. It's not planned. That's the way I do it. It's all off the cuff. I want that to be my thing. To just drop. I know Rickles drops the mic a lot, but I think I could take it to a whole nother level. I really do. Just act disappointed. No joke could ever not work. If you really were, I'll pay for this mic. That's how. Let's say if the top falls off, I'll pay for it. Other than that, you don't got to be a dick about it. You guys are making money here, right? But if you just, no, I'm not going to do it. I don't know what the sound guy, what his face is right now. It could be like, this is fun, or it could be like, don't do that. Can you do a blackout? No, let's not do a blackout. Can you though? Just in case for next year. Is it funny, folks? Everything's a joke to you people. That should be. One-man show. Hold on, here we go. The guy has nothing to tell, but he does a one-man show. There I was in Hollywood. Me, a kid from Philadelphia. Grew up playing stickball in the street. Eating Hershey bars with my friends. And there I was at the Hollywood DMV. And there I saw Byron Allen's publicist. I was in Hollywood. That's when I would get the blackout. All right, I gotta really, it goes so quick. It's fucking, there's nothing I can't do. They said do 50 minutes, but it goes so. All right, that joke wasn't worth it. You know, every so often you hear a story about SeaWorld. I think it just happened about, 6, 7, 8 months ago, a year and a half ago. I tried to resurrect some old bits. But it does come around. It does come around. Oh, it's SeaWorld. Now, I don't think that's funny when anybody loses their life. That's not what I'm making a joke about. But I think it's funny that they get shocked. Not sad. It's sad if a trainer at SeaWorld loses their life. They have a mom and a dad and children or whatever their situation is. It's sad. That I'm not negating. But shocked? The only reason we're shocked is because we treat SeaWorld, and I know there was the movie about it, but I fucking had this bit before. We treat SeaWorld as it's a norm. Like, well, it's SeaWorld, that's a norm. But that's not supposed to be the way it is. If you tried to sell anybody on the shock value of it, that if SeaWorld didn't exist, if you went, you're not gonna fucking believe what happened. Listen to this. It's fucking nuts. Okay, I got a killer whale out of the ocean, right, with a crane. Now, so far you might think, oh, you're being silly. No, that's what they fucking do. So my story, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not going, well, he makes it sillier. That's not really what happens at SeaWorld. Yes, it fucking is. Okay, so listen to this. I got a killer whale out of the ocean at SeaWorld, right? I mean at the sea, or wherever they are. Ponds and lakes. That's when you really got to sell a shit thing, you know. Sit there. My grandfather has 2 wooden legs. There was a fire at our house and he burnt to the ground. So you would never go to someone, okay, listen to this. I got a killer whale out of the ocean. And then I put it in a baby pool and I had somebody swim around it and try to teach it like tricks and shit. You're not gonna fucking believe what happened. And then the guy goes, it killed him. Go, shut the fuck up. Did you tell him? I told you not to tell him. He's so stupid he thinks that, there's no other way anybody would have figured that out. Every so often there's these people, they want to tell you about your dog and why, oh, he likes you because you feed it. Don't be one of these people. It's so unappealing. And by the way, my instincts are to tell them why that's not true. You go, well, that's actually not true, but in a lot of cases it's true. The person that feeds the dog might be the dog's favorite person because they spend a lot of time. What the fuck am I arguing with this pile of shit for? They're on tour. They're on the Your Dog Doesn't Love You tour. You think they've only told this story to you? They tell it every fucking chance they can get. They love it. They jiggle peanuts at parties, these fucking people, and they just go, hey, why do you want me to know that? What should I do? What should I do? Should I go home and hit my dog? Maybe I'll tell him, hey, I figured you out, you fucking piece of shit. No, a guy at a party told me that you fucking only like me because I feed you. Yeah, you know what? Maybe they like you because you feed them. That doesn't mean you can't have a relationship outside of that. Kids like you because you feed them, but, you're not going to not feed them. I want to see if my kids really like me. I stopped feeding them for a few months. Oh, the only reason your dog likes... You know why the dog licks your face? It doesn't love you. It just likes to get the salt off your face. Good, I'll hit him harder. I'll really fucking beat the shit out of him when I get home. What am I, a salt lick, you fucking piece of shit? And I heard you don't understand tones. Is that true? All right. So, I'm not going to make... I really do hope I look at this from a different perspective. I'm not going to make fun of Kmart because it's a shithole, because that's been talked about. But I do wonder, like, there's a CEO of Kmart. Even if you never went, well, yeah, I guess there is a CEO of Kmart. Seriously, what is he fucking doing? No, you make me CEO of Kmart for the day. I'm not going to make it great, but I'll make it better. I'll make it better than it. What is he doing? Where does he live? Wherever he lives, it's more than he deserves. Unless he lives in like a tent. Then I would think he deserved that. If you go, oh, you see after the 405 and yeah, that's the CEO of Kmart. He lives in a tent. I'd be like, oh, yeah. He deserves to be sheltered from some of the elements for what he does. They're opened, in some Targets, they have Starbucks. And I just realized they're 2 completely different companies that share one roof. So I would imagine the presidents of each company, they have to meet. They have to go, is this going to work? And because, what do you think of store cleanliness? They both agree. Because Starbucks and Target, they're both clean, the customer satisfaction. But so if that is true, and by the way, for this joke here, I won an award for the longest setup to any joke, and that is true. I wouldn't make that up, I swear to God. That they should, inside Kmart's, have 7-Elevens and have a big Who Gives a Fuck festival. They could both, the night before they sign the deal, do you clean your stores? Shut the fuck up, sign it. Same thing with, you have Ross here, right? And Marshall. What are there's designers on those stores. I don't know why, I just thought, yeah, there's a designer to Ross. Even you're hopefully thinking, yeah, I guess there is a designer to Ross. I don't know what the fuck he does, but logically speaking, yeah, there's gonna be a fucking designer. What are they? It could be a good designer only if the president of Ross every year goes uglier. I want it uglier. It doesn't look poor enough. Why are you building me shelves for me to sample? I don't want shit on shelves. Circle racks and get those uglier. The things that say like extra large and large, can they be grosser? Is there any way? They hang their underwear at Ross. I like to buy underwear that's hung up. You're like, oh yeah, I can imagine it worn. That's professional. All right, I play this, and then I gotta... God, it goes so quick. I have lupus. Anyway. You're like, what the fuck did that mean? It just meant like maybe they'd feel bad. Like, I didn't know I had lupus. Should we give them a few minutes longer? I would play... That's how much I would work. Okay, this is a what if. It's never gonna happen, but it is a what if. Like, you know how sometimes you put headphones on at the gym and people can... with good headphones, no one can hear your music. But the cheaper the headphones, the more people can hear what you're playing. Get cheap headphones and then walk around the gym. You could do this. I'm not going to do it, but you could do it. But just imagining it is funny. And play that the gym music. So you're walking around the gym and really look at people. Like really lurk at people. Like... Okay, now, I swear to God, I came up with that idea just being silly, but I, for the first time today, did it at the gym. I swear to you, Andy, I know you're in the room. You don't like those acts that, you see me at the next show. And today, and it is fucking funny, because everyone's doing their shit. Play it again. You're like... And then I thought of other situations that would be weird. Like if you got a massage and the guy goes, listen, or the girl, I'm going to leave the room, I'll disrobe, and then play it again. You start to get undressed once they leave the room. That's all. Hey, anybody have any nose pot? No? Okay. It's a guy who wants to do coke, but it sounds gross. He goes, yeah, I got nose pot. Yeah, they're like, you mean coke? Nah, nose pot. Fuck it. Who gives a shit, right? All right, this is what we'll leave. Maybe the So Groovy song I should have played tonight, but I don't have a chance. Give them a little sample just so they see what we don't have time to do.
Oh, it's the Todd Glass Show, and people are finally listening to Todd Glass. It's the Todd Glass Show.
Let's do it. This is the last bit, as they say. This is my signature piece. I don't have a new closer because, Louis C.K. and also Jim Gaffigan, they write a whole new hour every year. No bullshit. I admire that, but it's also a little rude to the audience that wants to hear some of the old stuff, so they don't give a fuck. Me, I care. You think I want to do this closer? I'm going to do it. I've done it before. I don't fucking want to do it, but who the fuck am I to tell you can't hear one of my standards? All right, I will try to do this. Should I do? Yeah, it's okay. Why not? That's a good positive closer, sitting up here with... should I? Maybe not, I like to sing my way, but I'm going to really try to do it good. I'm addicted to all infomercials, my favorite infomercial, because it really epitomizes that they have nothing to sell. So I got addicted to this infomercial because I realized one day, I'm like, it's the ShamWow infomercial. They're selling a rag. That's all they fucking have. It's a rag. But they really go all out, They're like, it wipes up this, it wipes up that. That, like, SNL, or they couldn't parody that because there's no fucking way to parody that. It's already so over the top. They tell you everything a rag wipes up. And people are going, yeah, we know what fucking rags wipe up. What? Oh, it wipes up juice, it wipes up soda. Use it inside, use it outside, use it upstairs, use it downstairs, use it in the living room, use it in your dining room. This is a joke, right? No, this is a real infomercial. You gotta buy it. The Germans make it. They make good shit. No, I didn't know that, to be honest. I know something else they did, but it wasn't that. No, I'm not even being a dick about it. I'm just saying that's not what they're known for. People go, what do you think of Germany? They make good shit. Well, that's what everybody thinks. No. But with this thing, they make it, use it in the living room, use it in the dining room. January, February, March, April, May, you're gonna use the ShamWow. It's gonna be wiping. I just dropped the chocolate milkshake all over the seat of my car. I'll never get that up. With old rags, it leaves too much mess left behind. Not with the ShamWow. I tried wiping a milkshake up with a handy wipe. It left so much mess behind it, rotted the seat. I can't even sell my car. It's not worth what it's paid for. Use it everywhere you go. I just dropped a grilled cheese sandwich on the shag carpeting. Shag carpeting, Berber carpeting, indoor carpeting, outdoor carpeting, upstairs carpeting, downstairs carpeting. Any type of hardwood floors at all, too. Hardwood, lightwood, darkwood, even cork and bamboo. You'll wipe it right up. There'll be no mess left behind. behind. Grilled cheese, pepper jack cheese, American cheese, yellow cheese, Gouda cheese, cream cheese. You'll wipe it, there'll be no mess left behind. I just got my shoes shined, $80 at a high-end salon. Who's got that kind of money in this economy? With the ShamWow, you'll buff your shoe to a brilliant shine. People will think you're in the military. They'll ask to see your badge of honor. That's right, I just got cat hair all over my expensive cashmere sweater. I'll never get it off. Any type of cat at all. A Himalayan cat, an alley cat, a bobcat, indoor cat, upstairs cat, downstairs cat, long hair, short hair. Any type of cat at all and any type of sweater. I thought I was going to have to sell all my sweaters, move to another city, start all over again, and make new friends. That's hard as you get older. And with the lint brush, the only problem is lint brushes get wet and they get ruined. Who's got $85 for a lint brush these days? What type of dog do you have? A golden retriever, a miniature pinscher, a Doberman pinscher, a schnauzer? Any type of dog at all. The dog went to the bathroom on the carpeting. We're never going to get that up. Any type of carpeting at all and any type of dog. Look at that. That's going to go through the carpeting, through the floors, through the floorboards, into the basement, and then seep into the parade of this house. I fucked that up a little bit. That's right. You won't have to worry about it. Because with the ShamWow, you'll put the rag down, you'll soak it right up. That's right. The interest rates will come lower, everything else will go higher. There will be nothing left behind. That's right. With the ShamWow, if you order right now, you get a free bottle of Rain-X. That's right. Use the Rain-X in the house so your mirror doesn't steam up in the shower. My husband didn't use the ShamWow and the mirror steamed up and he cut his jugular. Now our children don't have a father to grow up with anymore. It's sad. They just walk around. Where's daddy? It's depressing a little bit. That's right. If you order right now, you'll get one ShamWow and a free pair of scissors. And you cut the ShamWow in half, you'll have two ShamWows. Pushing it a little. You cut it in half again, you'll have 4 ShamWows. If you cut it in half again, you'll have 16 ShamWows. If you cut it in half again, you'll have 32 ShamWows. And if you cut it in half again, you'll have 64 ShamWows. You keep cutting and they keep growing. Oops, I just dropped a ShamWow on the floor. What will I pick it up with? Pick it up with another ShamWow. And that's good night, thank you. I wasn't happy the way that ended, but it was all fun. Oh, jeez.
Welcome, Todd.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Wow.
To San Francisco.
Really exciting stuff, yeah.
High on fresh air.
That guy knows how to stroll, you know what I mean? Look at the stroll on that guy.
What a stroll.
Let's hear it for Todd Glass one more time. Oh my God. I feel...
Todd Glass Show. Todd Glass, Todd Glass.
The other one. Welcome. This is it. It's the big closer. Here we go.
Welcome, Todd Glass.
Wow.
To San Francisco.
Keep it going for Todd Glass, guys. Todd Glass.
High on fresh air.
And hey, let's hear it for the folks at Sketchfest who are helping us with these great sound cues that were not planned by Todd. Let's hear it for the folks at Sketchfest, really just working on their feet. You know, just working on their feet.
Ones and twos.
And everybody that made this room happen. You know, people set up his chairs and they got you checked in here and stuff. And let's hear it for those folks. Yeah. And big time thanks to the producer of our show, who also puts out our podcast, which, by the way, if this is your first time seeing Put Your Hands Together, we record every Tuesday. The podcast is released every Thursday. You get Stand Up This Wonderful delivered directly into your earbuds for free.
Little earbuds.
That's a fucking great deal. It's a great deal. And so our producer's in the back, that's Mr. Ryan McManaman. He came here early, set everything up because we were late. We ran on stage and it was already ready, and it is only because of him and his being able to do that. So, no, big round of applause for Ryan. Big one. So I've had a great time so far in San Francisco.
It's been amazing.
The last couple hours, some of the best hours of my life.
Flying right by.
What else do you hope to do while we're here? Do you have any other thoughts?
Oh, you know, see the Full House, see the Mrs. Doubtfire house.
What other houses are here?
See some more houses.
Are there other houses that we don't know about? Full House, Mrs. Doubtfire house. Are there other houses? Grateful
Basic
Dead
Instinct house.
Wait, what though? How could there? What do you mean the Grateful Dead house? What do you mean? You yelled that, right? You yelled Grateful Dead, right? Did I make that up? What? Yep. First of all, by the way, it is not shocking to me that you said Grateful Dead, since you have the most chill voice I've ever heard. You mumbled like Grateful Dead. The house where they used to live? What would I know it from? Is it... Let me ask you this. Is it bear-shaped? What? What? Oh, it's house-shaped. See what I mean about San Francisco? That guy was like, this chick thinks
House shaped like bear.
we have a bear-shaped house. This fucking chick thinks we got... Oh, that was great.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what? Yeah.
One more time?
Yeah. Yep. And then imagine right here. You know what I mean? What would be there? Those hangy things.
Which color am I? Red? Blue?
Oh,
green?
yellow for sure. I think yellow. You got that real yellow feeling?
Yeah.
And then you also had a great day today because you were off work today.
I was off work today.
Yeah.
I was off work
Awesome. Because Rhea, you have a day job.
I do have a day job.
And tell the folks what you do.
Excuse me. Just had to clear my throat
Yeah.
to tell you about my amazing job in alcohol beverage marketing.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm changing the world one flavored vodka at a time.
Yeah.
It's God's work.
Which is also amazing. It's also amazing that you work in alcohol beverage marketing since
I don't drink anymore.
she doesn't drink. It's a lot of looking at marshmallow vodkas.
Yeah, pancake vodka, French toast
Pancake.
vodka, wedding cake vodka, sprinkle flavored vodka,
What's the difference
goji
between
berry
pancake
vodka.
and French toast? Is it eggier?
It's eggier.
Yeah.
It has an egg base.
There's like an eggier.
There's an egg base. And then a little pat of butter on the top.
So we're not going to be drinking in San Francisco,
No
which
drinking in
I
San
think
Francisco.
this is like a drinking city, right? This is a drinking
Yeah,
city.
you guys like it.
Yeah, we're from Chicago. That's also a drinking city. Rhea's originally from Akron, Ohio, but
Yes.
we met in Chicago,
Which is the home of AA.
yeah. It is the home of AA, Akron, Ohio, and then Chicago is the home of the opposite of AA.
We don't give a shit.
No. People are, I love, there's nothing like St. Patrick's Day in Chicago. Actually,
That's true.
specifically the day after St. Patrick's Day in Chicago. Because then you get to play my favorite game, What Hasn't Been Peed On?
Hopefully, it's yourself.
I was just saying, the answer's always nothing. It's all been peed on.
Yeah.
I just remember one time driving past a guy who was standing on, I think, his own car, just pissing.
Oh my God.
I don't know what would be easier than this. Hope he didn't drive that car. Yeah, so you're not drinking anymore. I'm not drinking anymore. But this feels like an alcohol-fueled city. It feels like
It
there's
really does.
cool bars and stuff.
Alcohol and rice-a-roni. That's what you guys run on.
I think you're relying on a lot of stereotypes.
What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure. You guys are, but seriously, this is a quinoa city, right? It's not
Yeah.
it's more quinoa than any sort of rice, and certainly not ronied rice, right? Yeah. I think it's more of a quinoa city. See?
Cheering for quinoa.
Yeah. And you have not to set you up too hard, but and I fucking love what you've been telling me about your experience giving up alcohol. Because for me, I'll tell you,
yeah.
it has made me less bossy.
Sure.
Wow, fuck you so hard. Did you just boo giving up alcohol? You have no idea what her backstory is. What if she was a murderer?
What if I had killed someone on alcohol?
Yeah. You're the worst. What makes alcohol so important to you? You all right? Boo! Boo you not drinking! That's how important drinking is to me! Feels like maybe it's too much, you know what I mean? If you're shaming other people. But you've been talking about giving up drinking and how it's affected your... Because, for me, it's just made me less bossy.
Yes, for me, it is true. You can taste things better, hear things, see things, smell things better, but no sense is more heightened than my sense of superiority. So much better than all of you guys. Especially you, sir. John D. Budweiser back there.
Yeah. Guys, let's hear it out for Rhea Butcher.
Thanks, you guys.
And you should... She just left. She didn't... You should tell them to clap for me. You should come on stage and tell them to clap for me.
Number one, whoopsie. Number 2, you guys should give it up for Cameron Esposito
Yay!
of the show.
Yeah. And keep it going for everybody you saw tonight. Please check out our podcast. Thank you guys so much for coming out. It was so nice to be here. Take care, guys.
Put your hands together. 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 Get ready to laugh. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Get ready to clap. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Put your hands together.
Hey guys, wow, what a great episode of the show that you listened to.
Oh yeah, whatever you were just listening to that we're cutting into, welcome welcomely. Is that a word?
We were listening.
Wait, is welcomely a word?
Yes. We were listening to the show as well with you. We love the guest. They had a classic guest on there, someone who always...
I feel like this show you were listening to is really finding its feet. They started great, but now they know exactly what they're doing.
And still innovating after all this time. And they had a new guest who I wasn't really sure if they could keep up with the hosts, but they actually really did. And were sometimes funnier
bested them. Yes.
This is Sean and Hayes from Hollywood Handbook.
And speaking of shows finally finding their feet, we are Hollywood Handbook hosts, and we have never really known what our show is or done a good job at it. But after 6 years of phoning it in, we've decided that this month we're going to try really hard.
And so we have big guests. We have Weird Al, and there's going to be 3 other people. Plus, Stitcher Premium subscribers can hear live episodes from our Boys Gone Bad tour every Friday starting March 8th. But we are only trying for 1 month, and then we will never do it again. Mm-hmm. And Hollywood Handbook is on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And Kevin made us do it.